Hello, I'm Edwin Seiler. I'm an economic manager here at Wiser, Workforce Statistics and Economic Research. I am excited to introduce to some and present to others the new Florida Insight tool. Our mission here at Wiser is to produce, analyze, and deliver economic data to improve decision making. Our statistics are the state's most important economic indicators. Our data isn't just numbers, it's people. With our statistics, individuals and businesses can make an informed decision about their careers, the economy, and their investments. Florida Insight is your access to a wealth of data. What we are currently looking at is the Economic Data homepage. The Economic Data homepage offers an overview of key economic indicators as well as a menu of the data available through our statistical programs. The key economic indicators include data on the current employment and unemployment levels, minimum wage, and links to the monthly data release page. Below the economic data section is the menu of statistical programs, including current employment statistics, local area unemployment statistics, quarterly census of employment and wages, occupational employment statistics, and employment projections. Florida Insight will replace our current data delivery system, the Florida Research and Economic Information Database application, also known as FREDA. So let's check out some of our key economic indicators. As you can see, we have unemployment rate seasonally adjusted. It shows the over the month change. Unemployment is down 4 percentage points from July to August 2020. Then we have the unemployment for August 2020 shows a decrease of 383,544 to the sum of 753,326. That is over a month change. We also display the minimum wage for Florida for 2020, and that is $8.56 effective January 1, 2020. We have like a little index right here showing how or what these arrows mean. Up, pointing up means increase. To the right is no change, and pointing down is down or losses. We have non-agricultural employment, and this shows that it has risen over the month of 57,900. And then we have employment gains or losses, and it shows that we have lost 456,000, which comes out to negative 5.1 percentage points. Another very important piece of this homepage is our monthly data releases. So if you click on that, it brings you to another page and show you kind of how our schedule works on all of our releases. So we're currently looking at the releases for September 18th. We should have a new release coming out October 16th. This gives you the ability to click on a variety of different things from Florida employment and unemployment releases, Florida and U.S. labor force statistics. So let's just click on the first one. So it's a full, thorough report of Florida's August employment figures. Has a variety of different information. You can save this, print this. Also, it allows you to select area releases by workforce region. So 1 through 24, you can click on something there, and it'll give you an overview of the career source for Southwest Florida region, not seasonally adjusted. So let's jump into some of our statistical programs. The first program we're going to look at is current employment statistics, and which we call CES. CES estimates non-agricultural employment by industry based on a North American Industry Classification System, or NAICS. So on this screen, you have a data search, and you can search by employment data or earnings data. Then we have a visualization tool. So what we're going to do is click on average hourly earnings. And on this specific page, it shows you two different graphs. On the first graphic, compares hourly earnings for 2 selected industries monthly from December 2006 all the way back to August 2020. And then on the second graphic, it shows hourly earnings for 2 selected industries for 2009, 14, and 2019. So what we're going to do is select an industry. Let's select private service providing. And as you select different industries, if you were to select industry 2, these numbers will move and adjust. But let's take a look at what happened. On the left chart, you can see that as a rule, producing goods or goods producing pays more than producing services, and producing goods have shown a marked increase in salary since COVID. So since COVID started, there has been a jump for hourly earnings, $29.60 around May 2020. And as for goods producing, let's take a look at data by metro area. So on this specific visualization, the first graphic shows top industries by employment. It gives you the option to select a specific month going back to January 1991. The default is statewide, but you can also choose a given MSA area throughout Florida. So for example, let's go ahead and choose, like the area, let's choose Tallahassee. And by choosing that selected area, it repopulates on both graphics. So the first graphic shows top industries by employment, which is state government. It shows that we have 43,400 jobs in August. And the bottom graphic shows that we have had a over the year change in employment of $500 for the same state government jobs. Let's go back to the home page. So the next statistical program we're going to look at is LAOS, which is local statistics. And LAOS is it's a program that produces estimates of civilian labor force, total employment, unemployment, and unemployment rates by place of residency. So let's take a look at some of the visualizations for LAOS. The select indicator lets you choose between labor force, employment, unemployment, and unemployment rate by geographical area or region. It also lets you choose any month and year going back to January 1991 with this slide bar right here on date. Also give you the ability to choose not seasonally adjusted or seasonally adjusted. So for example, let's change this to unemployment rate. And by changing that to unemployment rate for the select indicator, it shows that Osceola for the month of August, unemployment rate was 15.1%, leading the state of Florida. And you can kind of go down the graph and see who had the lowest unemployment rate out of all the counties we have here. Let's check out labor force trends. On a labor force trends visualization, it shows a variety of different graphs. And on the top, we have select metrics that you can choose from. And for indicators, you can choose labor force, employment, unemployment, employment rate, area type, city, county, MD, MSA, and state. It's set for state as default. Area name, Florida. Period type, monthly or annually. Then we have seasonally adjusted. For the select period, you can select all the way back to January 2010. So the first graph is a time series of selected indicators, geography, and other selections. The second graphic shows over the year change. And the third is over the month change. As you scroll, you can actually see over the month, previous month, over the year, change for Florida. So what we're going to do here is another example. We're going to choose unemployment rate. We're going to choose county. And we're going to choose Osceola. And that repopulates new information for these different graphics. So on the left, you can see that the unemployment rate peaked in May 2020 at 29%. On the right graphic, you can see that over the year change for May 2020 was 25.9%. And on the bottom graphic, over the month shows that the employment numbers are decreasing. Let's go back to the home page. Another statistical program that I would like to show you would be the Quarterly Census Employment and Wages, which is QCW, as we like to call it. QCW is a program that produces employment and wages by industry and geography based on all employers and workers. We have a data search tool that's very useful, which I will show a little later. This is updated quarterly and annually. Let's check out employment and wages by county. On this specific page, there's three graphics. On the top left, top geographic areas by county and industry variable selections. The bottom left graph, top geographic areas by wages. So what we're going to do on this page is we're going to select industry level, digit 4, and then we're going to select random, let's do clothing stores. Clothing stores. By selecting those, it repopulates and gives us some data that we could use. So on the top left graph, it shows that Miami-Dade County had the most clothing stores in 2019 at 14,096. The bottom left shows Miami also had the highest annual wage for clothing stores with 27,440 for 2019. And then the right shows county comparisons for average employment for clothing stores. So if you were to hover over any specific county, it'll give you the average employment, the average wage, and the amount of establishments in that specific county. And you can zoom out and look at the state. And zoom in, you can select any specific county you like. Let's return back to the home page. And as before I mentioned in the beginning of the homepage, it did show the list of the statistical programs we have. It also has a drop down right here that's very helpful. And we have the data release page, so everything is very intuitive. So I want to revisit something I mentioned earlier, which is the data search tool. And each individual statistical program has this feature. Data search, employment data search, earnings data. So if we click on this, you can area type by nation, state, metropolitan, a statistical area, Florida, the month, and a specific year. If you just want to have data that is not as visual as those visualizations I've shown you, you just want to have numbers you can print. It give you the option to download and give you a variety of different options and styles. You can download it to a PDF or a PowerPoint. On the main page, it also shows unemployment rate by county. You can hover over specific county and get the employment rate for the month of August. That concludes a quick tutorial of Florida Insight. Thank you.